You know, when we hear martial arts, our minds often jump straight to a Hollywood action scene, right? But what really happens when you step onto the mat for the very first time? Today, we're going to explore the real journey of learning Kung Fu San-Soo, which is a super practical art all about self-defense, and we're going to do it through the eyes of the students themselves. And what they discover is that it's about so much more than just fighting.
So, let me ask you, what pops into your head when you hear Kung Fu? Is it self-defense, getting in great shape, maybe something a little more spiritual? Just kind of hold that thought, because we're about to see how the reality can be way more interesting than anything we expect.
This quote from a student, Jaden Hayes, just nails it. It really captures the heart of what we're talking about today. The journey into an art like San-Soo is all about discovery, where what you actually find is so much richer and deeper than you could have ever imagined.
So where does this journey usually begin for most people? Well, it starts with the physical. It's the most tangible, the most immediate part of the training, the part you can literally feel in your muscles the very next day.
A lot of students walk in with these really clear, practical goals in mind. They want to build strength and coordination, get in better shape, or, like one student, Korean, learn to protect themselves while they're on a weight loss journey. These are powerful reasons that get people through the door.
And you feel the results almost immediately. But listen to how Korean describes it. It's not just about sweating or burning calories. It's about this new awareness, feeling your core engage and your body work in a totally new way. The results aren't some far-off goal. They start happening in the very first class. And hey, progress isn't always some huge, dramatic leap. For Jaden, who started with basically zero upper body strength, the first goal wasn't to become a superhero. It was simpler. It was to do one single push-up. It's such a powerful reminder that every journey just starts right where you are, with that very first step.
But pretty quickly, students find out they're training a lot more than just their bodies. The next layer that starts to unfold is this unexpected mental shift. And this is where the practice really starts to get deep.
The physical movements, they almost become a vehicle for training your mind. That challenge of feeling pressure during a drill, that becomes your opportunity to learn how to stay calm and focused. A lack of confidence? Well, that's met with the discipline it takes to practice a move over and over. And that feeling of being unsafe gets transformed into this heightened awareness of everything around you.
And that's the key right there. These skills don't just stay in the training hall. As Riley points out, the discipline and awareness you build on the mat become tools you carry everywhere, and they totally change how you move through your daily life.
Okay, so once students get a handle on the physical and the mental, they discover something else entirely. They realize they haven't just joined a class, they've actually stepped into a piece of living history.
This is a major turning point. The practice stops being just a series of exercises and becomes what student Jaden calls a form of art that you pour yourself into. The whole focus shifts from what your body can do to what you can create with it. You find this depth in everything, even in a seemingly simple gesture like the salute. As another student, Samuel, explains, it's a ritual. It's a way to leave the outside world behind and be completely present. It's a deliberate moment of focus.
And this connection gets even deeper because of the art's history. Students realize they're learning from a third-generation master, whose teacher learned directly from a master in the art's homeland. As one student put it, they're becoming a new link in a very old and very real chain.
And that realization just changes everything. The practice becomes special, not just for what it does for you today, but for how it connects you to the past. In Penelope's words, you're connecting to a tradition that has been shared for generations. Just think about that for a second. Every movement you learn carries an echo of generations of practitioners who came before you. You're not just learning a move, you're helping preserve a history.
All right, so we've seen the physical, the mental, and the historical. Now let's bring it all together and see how San-Soo becomes this truly holistic practice, a whole system for life.
What starts out as a desire to learn self-defense often blossoms into something much broader. Matthew came in wanting to learn fighting techniques, but he quickly became fascinated by everything else: the exercises, the stretches, the tips and tricks for how to live life better.
And the applications can be incredibly surprising. For Jaden, who's a nursing major, the lessons on anatomy and pressure points created this practical, amazing bridge between an ancient martial art and modern medicine. It's just a perfect example of how this knowledge weaves itself into every corner of a student's life.
So when you put it all together, what is Kung Fu Sansu to these students? Well, it's all of these things all at once. It's a tool for fitness, a method for focus, a connection to history, a way to build confidence, and, as Jonathan found, a really enjoyable new hobby. It becomes a complete system.
And, maybe this is the most relevant takeaway for our modern world. In an age of constant distraction, an ancient practice can be a powerful antidote. For Jonathan, it's a way to feel happier, to choose doing something purposeful over just passive consumption.
Which brings us to our final thought. The journey through Sansu shows that what you think you're signing up for is often just the surface. So the question to leave you with is this: what hidden depths, physical, mental, or historical, might be waiting for you in a new skill you've been wanting to try?